How's she going, folks? It's your host, John.
And I am Levitron.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this is Oh For Heaven's Sake podcast. Welcome back.
Yeah, we're filming the podcast alone once again. Very sad. Hey.
But you want to know what's not sad?
Whoa.
Drinking.
So today I actually have a watermelon bubbler. Kind of switching it up because I've had a lot of pop today.
And I have everyone's favorite, DC.
Oh, Diet Coke. It's one of the best pops.
It's an addiction. Nothing can stop me, though.
So, yeah, we don't have any guests today, unfortunately. But I think next episode we'll have one, and the episode after for sure we have locked up. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, feel free to email us, oforheavens@gmail.com.
Levi checks that on the daily. So, yeah, trust me, we don't have big requirements.
Yeah.
If you want to yap, perfect.
Or if you want to be a sponsor, just let us know. Hit us up in the email, and I'll get back to you.
You get on the slideshow.
Yep. And we get to shout you out.
Exactly. That's the best part. Alrighty, so obviously with our school year coming to an end, we thought it'd be a perfect time to kind of give a wrap up on the school year and just talk about summer, because summer's coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely an interesting podcast. We got some bold things here. We got summer, like John said. We got some definitely interesting ones, folks. We got some controversial topics. And whoa,
Levi's done gripping his
I was holding it. Got some fun questions, of course, just to mix it up a little bit. But
all right, first one that I want to get out the way.
Whoa,
those Timberwolves.
Okay, thoughts on the Timberwolves. We're gonna get into that. 3-0 Mavericks to start the series. Miserable. Timberwolves fans, look forward to the draft. It's coming up here in a little bit. No, but seriously, though, Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, both of them are 3-0 right now. So if both teams finish the other team off, so a 4-0 finish, 9 games until the NBA Finals without a game, which is going to be ridiculous. But, it's not over. Not over. We still have a chance. But
every Minnesota fan, it's not over. It's not over.
The Timberwolves, they just don't quite look experienced enough. They're young, and it's tough. But we got a crazy squad coming next year. We just got to hit on a draft pick, maybe 2 draft picks, and then we'll be good. That's what every team says.
That's what every team says. Kind of an interesting one that I was thinking, kind of like in my mind was, would a football player be better playing rugby, or would a rugby player be better playing football? Personally, for me, I think rugby, just for the fact that you see some of the crap they do, bro. They're pretty hard hitters too, as well. And I feel like without playing with much protection, I feel like they would probably just absolutely slam some of these. I feel football's getting soft, so I feel like it would be like a slam dunk.
So potentially, if you think about it, I could see that way. However, football players are much faster, and they have those pads on. You take those pads off. Tyreek Hill. He's running as fast as a cheetah. I think I would disagree for the skill positions. However, for maybe a player that's maybe potentially going to be like a linebacker, I could see a rugby player transitioning to linebacker. Maybe
definitely.
Better. Or maybe running back. I could see running back as a tough runner. I don't know a lot about rugby, but it sounds pretty crazy.
Well, I've seen some of this stuff, and yeah, it low-key be, I'd say, at some points just as dangerous as any football player could go through. So I think they definitely got that toughness.
Probably more dangerous.
Yeah, well, definitely.
They don't even have pads on. They're just tackling each other. It's like backyard football.
Backyard football is the best football to play, though. I mean, you never have that good of a time until you're playing backyard football. Let's be honest. Playing football with the fam, nothing gets better than that.
Yeah, so we're just going to keep attacking these sports questions. Just, keep it on topic. Obscure sports. Are you a fan of any kind of just obscure sports? Not like a lacrosse, soccer, football, basketball, baseball, something that's kind of a little bit dug
Depends
deeper.
on what you classify as a sport.
Just say it. Let it out. Gaming.
No, definitely esports. I don't even know how the word "e" in sports gets put together. I think that's the goofiest thing ever. What are you getting? You getting a pump from doing this? Like,
Yeah.
personally, for me, I mean, I would say like
Let's say playing the sport, because watching it would get boring for a lot of these obscure sports. But like, let's say ping pong. Ping pong is pretty fun, or like a
table tennis, bro. Come on.
Badminton. I'm telling you, man, it's where it's at. I like
Badminton's actually pretty fun, not gonna lie. I would say that's my favorite unit in gym was actually badminton. Because otherwise, all the other stuff is pretty mid. I mean, football is fun too, but with how it is up here, obviously up north, most of the time, no matter if you get gym first or second semester, most of your time is sadly spent inside.
Yeah.
So not like your football unit's probably at most a week long, which sucks. But we get so much time in a badminton unit, and it's actually pretty fun. And it can get pretty competitive. So, I mean, badminton's good.
Yeah, I like the badminton unit. We'll go into that question. Favorite unit in gym, basketball. I think is always pretty enjoyable for me. Because you get to play games.
Depends. Some days, we'd be balling like it's Curry,
Yeah.
and then other days, I'm myself. So
other days, it's just not quite there. I feel like those are always pretty fun. Football, yeah, not really, to be honest. It's just not. Doesn't hit different.
Whoa.
Volleyball, I actually do kind of enjoy volleyball. If there was a men's volleyball team, I might be on that team.
No, no way.
It was pretty fun. I'm telling you.
Bro's gonna be D1 men's volleyball. Oh wait, no wait.
Yeah, but some places
in the
still
world
still
of
call it
transitions, Levi's gonna play D1 girls basketball.
Okay, that's where you cross the line. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, some places have boys volleyball, and it gets pretty hectic. It's like Scott Sterling, but he get hits in the nose.
I don't think
3 times
Levi's
in a
ever
row.
experienced a true dive for the volleyball. Sometimes you just gotta go fly for it.
Yeah. Best sports team colors. Good question, honestly.
Okay, well, I think this just comes down to like what you think your favorite colors are. Because I'm gonna be honest, you're more than likely gonna choose your favorite colors
it's
to be your
personal
best sports
preference.
team. Exactly. So for me, black's my favorite, red's my second, Atlanta Falcons the colors.
Yeah. So for me, I like the black and white. Just it's simple, but it's pretty clean.
Hey, it's bigger than black or white.
But I think those are pretty nice. I do like the Vikings. It's unique. Not a lot of colors, Not a lot of teams are like purple, even in college. I think it's different.
The Valley City University Vikings colors.
No, I'd be talking about the Minnesota Vikings. But I'd say black and white. Just any like nighttime colors. Like, I feel like that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Alrighty. So, my question for you is, do you grill, first of all? Have you ever grilled? Or are you one of those people that eats the grill food?
Well, I'm more of a muncher. I prefer eating.
Levi's a munch.
It's just because I haven't
related
really,
to Ice Spice confirmed. He's a munch.
I haven't really took the time to learn how to properly grill. I love cooking on the fire. I just cooked in the fire this weekend. John Mosier's.
I do take the time to grill. I'm our family's griller.
Whoa. What's your favorite things to grill?
So my favorite things to grill, I would have to say, depends on the type of steak. For me, actually sirloin. I really like sirloin. I don't like stuff like T-bone, stuff like that. The steak that has a lot of fat on it. Sirloin's mostly that meat. Obviously, the fat goes into the flavoring, but like the chunks of fat that are just chewy, nobody likes that. So I'd say like sirloin. Actually, some of the cheaper ones do be better sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then probably burgers. I just wish I had like one of those things to smash the burgers, since I actually do smash burgers.
When my dad makes them on the Blackstone, they're 10 times better
Well,
than
yeah,
grilling
because
burgers.
they're still relatively juicy, so the stuff that squeezes out all the juice is false. But then you get the nice caramelized ring from where it gets thin when you smash out, and that's awesome.
It's better. It's just way better. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a fan of grilled burgers or hot dogs. Brats are solid. Just depends on which type.
Oh, I mean, don't even get me started about brats. Actually, right now, if I was to choose like a brat, I just kind of depends on what you classify a brat, but the smokehouse sausages kind of that Hornbacher's has is actually fire.
Shout out Hornbachers.
Yeah, they're huge though. They're like this long,
Yeah.
and they're amazing because they have like a jalapeno cheddar one, which has real chunks of jalapeno.
Those are the ones I love. I love
Yep.
the ones with like different flavors inside of it. It's
Levi's a
mixes it up.
jalapeno guy. You know, if he goes
Jalapeno
to a burger place, he's getting jalapenos on that burger if he can choose.
Pizza today had jalapenos on it, of course.
I mean, of course.
You can't go wrong. I just like to, you don't want, in my opinion, you don't want a pizza that's just boring. You want to have, different flavors. You want to have that good mix of flavor in your mouth.
Yeah. Speaking of pizza with flavor, I would have to say that, places like Blaze Pizza is one of my favorite restaurants. And I would say it's actually probably one of the best ones. Even though I actually don't even talk about it that much, or like we even go there and eat, I would say Blaze Pizza honestly is probably a number one for me. I love it. Just the fact, because you can choose so many things, and I've never had a bad experience at Blaze at all.
Yeah, it's like if you don't like a certain thing, you got another option. You can go barbecue sauce like you typically go with for like your base.
Oh, yep.
You can just mix it up. I like that. The variety there.
And it's not that expensive too. A build your own's like $12
Yeah.
for a whole like pizza like that you can have.
That'll fill you up for
That you
sure.
can have leftovers
Yeah.
of, but if you're a little extra hungry, yeah, sure, you can eat the whole pie.
In my opinion, spicy pie, speaking of pie, is my favorite. However, it is not necessarily a little more expensive, but you don't get as much if you get like a slice.
Yeah, spicy pie, it depends. I've had good moments and I've had the worst moments with spicy pie. I had 2 times where I went there back to back that I got sick afterwards. So, food safety practices non-existent apparently. But it kind of ruined it. When you get sick twice from a place in a close period of time, you usually tend to not like them. I've had them a couple times since, and I mean, every time I get it, it's all right.
It's all right.
Overrated, in my opinion. But like, obviously, these are more sit-down places. I mean, both of them you can get to go and obviously like that, but I'd say it's not like a classic drive-through fast food place. So I was kind of wondering, like, what would you say would be your best/favorite fast food?
Unbelievable transition by John right there. Favorite fast food places. Okay, so it depends. Depends on like which genre of food we're talking. Because if it's like a burger, we got a couple options. McDonald's, if you're like in a hurry, you're going, solid option. However, Culver's, cheese curds there, man, they're good.
I hate to spoil the end, but that was my food of the week.
Whoa.
Was Culver's, because we just recently got Culver's, and I'm going to be honest, it slapped beyond belief. It was that.
It's very underrated.
We share a little bit of cheese curds between all of us, and then I usually get their chili cheese fries. Oh, man. It was just an absolutely heavenly experience.
Yeah.
And that is awesome fast food, and it does not take long, especially considering it's one of those places that's cooked to order. It's not like McDonald's where they have their sliders, and obviously they keep cooking, and it's kind of 50-50 if you get something really fresh, Especially lunch runs. That's the thing with most fast food places. When you're going during their like rush times, that's when you really aren't really going to get anything fresh because they're just chucking stuff out. Or it depends. It could be both, but
yeah, I'd agree. Chicken wise, man, a good Dairy Queen chicken strip meal or Slim chickens. Just man,
you can't diss Dairy Queen. Especially, I'd say they're probably one of the. I mean, in our area. I mean, it's not like I'm going to like every ice cream place in town, but I feel like they're definitely one of the best in terms of the big thing, consistency. Always. That's the thing. Consistency is key, especially for fast places. If they have a good consistency of being good, then they're more likely good. And we have to go to DQ because they just released their summer menu, speaking of that.
Oh, boy.
And they have a bunch of new interesting flavors.
Maybe we'll be hopping over there today, potentially.
We'll see. We should.
That'd be interesting. Fast food, it's good, it's great. But we're going to talk about our sponsor, Mahana Fresh. Fast food in a way, but in a healthy way.
Eat fresh, feel fresh, Mahana Fresh. That's the slogan. Trademarked by me. Yep, they can't get it anymore. My trademark.
But it's a Subway style fresh food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got steak, barbecue chicken, we got broccoli, barbecue cauliflower.
And in one of our past podcasts, we had on the owner of the franchise here in Fargo. And by franchise, it's not like it's this big corporation. There's only like 20 restaurants throughout the U.S. We just happen to get luckily blessed by its presence. But yeah, if you're here in the Fargo area, nearest closest one is over in Idaho. So you know, if you're in those two places that's near us, go get it. Or if you're in Minnesota,
Minneapolis even,
I would take the drive down to try it at least once. It's that good. It's amazing.
So if you want to hear, you know, more kind of stories from, you know, the franchisee Cooper Wallow, you know, we got the podcast posted. It was a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can kind of just get to hear like his perspective on obviously owning the franchise, what it's like to own that type of franchise. So it's a good watch. Too as well, because we did our sponsorship series. We have Finley on the Roof too as well. If you're looking for anyone to kind of put up your Christmas lights or anything like that, whether it be a big or small project, he has great pricing for each one, and he has a professional crew that gets it done and gets it done fast. So the main important thing in doing that, you have less injury risk for yourself, but also get to spend more time with family. That's the main one for a thing like that. You're paying for the service.
And by saying that he does, you know, bigger places and stuff, he does Sanford, he does the mall. So quite literally, if you're a business owner, he got it. You know, he's got the job done quick.
And then too as well, MPF, obviously we're graced by this wonderful studio room that have graciously provided us.
And the thumbnail. That you seeing from the Hall of Fame wall. Exactly. If you want to be on that Hall of Fame wall, you got to come here. Got to work out for a while.
So, Levi, I was kind of wondering, because, you know, one thing we never talk about is pricing. We talk about, obviously, how it's good for you, but, like, what is the true cost to be able to work out here at MPF?
True cost kind of fluctuates depending on what you want, because there's options like punch card. You know, you have an unlimited option. It kind of just varies. You know, you can obviously look on the website if you want to get specific numbers. But if you're kind of just, like, on the fence about it, free workout to start, see how it feels.
You do get a tryout period. And that's nice because actually even places like Planet Fitness or Crunch and all those other like commercial places, you don't get a trial. Obviously, they're not that expensive, but you still have to pay for that first month and any other fees. That's the big thing, hidden fees. I signed up for Crunch with a promise of $20 a month, but they have like a yearly service fee and all these other fees that get added on. So I'd say even though I only held it for about 4 months, I probably ended up paying like an extra $80 in fees. There's no fees here.
There's no fees. It's a flat rate. It might fluctuate depending on, you know, certain circumstances, of course. However, there'll be an email and like a notice in advance. You could cancel it whenever, you know. But if you want to just do a punch card, honestly, I mean, that's, you know, I can't remember. I think it's 5 times, I believe, in the month or something like that. And, you know, you can come even once a week and just see how it is. And if you like it and if you like the style, because it's different. It's a circuit style and it's not for everybody, but certainly give it a try.
For sure. Okay, back to the summer cast. What are your plans for the summer that you're looking at?
Party.
Oh, party hardy?
No, okay.
My Get crunk, you know, have a beer or 5, maybe 10.
No, that's not going to be happening. I got football camp.
Lake mode.
Football
camp for you, yep.
We got lifting afterwards. That'll take up the morning.
How much do we want to bet you're gonna get injured again?
Okay. Hopefully
I'm
not.
putting I'm gonna put 100 down right now that Levi's
Down
gonna get
payment?
injured in summer camp like last year.
So I would say 7:30 to 8:30 is my lifting, or is my football camp. Then 8:30 to 10 is lifting, I believe.
Yep.
It's more so like
that's right.
8:45 to 10. And because there's a little bit of like a agility stuff beforehand, and then you get into your lift. So that'll take up most of my morning. Get home, shower, have lunch, then I'll go work at my jobs of choice. I'll be working at two places.
Levi flies around. He's not like an official job holder. He's a freelancer.
Yep. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's his own boss.
So yeah, and then on the weekends, I'll be going lake mode. Lake mode completely. We're going to be making fires. We're going to be tubing, swimming, vibing, golfing. It's going to be great.
Vibing. Whoa.
Just chilling.
See,
it's going to be a fun summer.
Unlike Levi,
Hopefully.
I'm not a freelancer. I'm a corporation person.
He's his own corporation.
Of choice. Best Buy, 40 hours a week. The only thing dictated in my schedule is that I'll have Fridays off. They'll probably be spent time with like Levi if he's around, or the buds, the truck guys, car guys of El Fargo. I made that sound fancy.
Whoa.
But yeah, most of it's going to be working full time over the summer. So unlike Levi, I don't get to enjoy my summer. I get to work this summer.
He gets to suffer.
But hey, the money looks good, okay? And I rather not have fun and have money.
So yeah, I'm not going to be working nearly as much as you are. I will be getting money, flowing in at least more than the school year, so it's all right. I mean,
Levi's gonna work 2 tree hours a month
every other week. Yeah, I'll work more than that, but so in the summer, this is a huge conversation.
Whoa.
Potentially, because some people prefer swimming in the pool compared to the lake, and I want to hear what your thoughts are. If you had to choose, would you swim in the pool, or would you prefer swimming in the lake?
Lake. Let's be honest, if you're a little germaphobe, little weakling,
If you're scared of
So
scared of
what?
the fishies,
the lakes, yeah, sure, they're not the cleanest water, but
take a shower.
what are you doing? Are you drinking it? What's better? Have a lake that has maybe some algae and stuff like that in it? Or go to a thing that has pee from kids, chlorine out the wazoo,
Burns your eyes, your
every
nose is
every
stuffed.
chemical under the sun to make it quote unquote safe.
Think about it though. After you're swimming in a pool, your nose is so stuffy.
Okay.
That is miserable.
So really the only time I've really swam in pools is when we go up to Jamestown for a holiday. We stay at the Fairfield is what it's called. And I have an indoor water park area. The main attraction is the fact that they have 2 water slides. Let's be honest here, that's the best part.
That's
fun. It's just not ventilated properly, and every time afterwards you end up sick. There's no part. It's moldy in there, and it's actually a problem. It's so hot, even though it's not even though we usually go there during Christmas and stuff like that, so it's winter time, but it's stifling hot in there. It's just
so humid. Oh,
yeah,
that
it's
sounds
extremely
terrible.
humid. Yeah, so it's fun, but the aftermath is always bad because you're bound to get sick afterwards. Where in the lake, I've never had a problem with that. It's fun. Especially when in the summer, it's warm outside. You take a cold dip, and no matter what, as long as you stay swimming, you're going to be cold. You're not going to be hot. That's the best part.
So when I was younger, I'd obviously prefer the pool. I was scared and all that stuff, but now
Scaredy pants.
and now that I'm kind of in high school, all this
Now that
stuff,
Levi's a big boy.
tubing, going just chilling on the boat is just a different vibe. You get to feel the summer heat, and then you get hot, stop, drop the anchor, you jump in. You float for a little bit, You get out, and then you just go in the boat around, a little bit more. And it's great. I prefer swimming in like the lake compared to like going to the sandbar. I'm not a sandbar guy. I hate.
I've never been a sandbar guy.
I don't want
like
the sand getting everywhere, and
I don't really care about that. There's just so many dang people at some of those, especially when it's a smaller lake, because I know Eagle Lake isn't that big of a lake. Mm-hmm. Your sandbars are probably packed.
There's one sandbar, because like some bigger lakes have like maybe 3. Yeah, we're gonna have to get you back to the lake, man. It's gonna be great.
Exactly. Gonna need to make time though, because I have a very busy schedule. Yep. Like I said, Friday's my only guaranteed day that I'll have off. Otherwise, I'm available. Obviously they can only schedule me for 40 hours, but it'll be interesting to see how they're gonna split that up. If they're gonna like choose another day to have me off, it's all to the mercy of the schedule.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go more. Do we have any more summer questions? I think we do. When you were a kid, what was your favorite summer activity?
Honestly, bike riding.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
you and I going to like DQ in the summer.
Those were the best, low key.
Going biking. That was what you call a vibe. What the cool kids say.
It was a vibe. I mean, one summer I put on so many miles on my bike. It wasn't even a good bike, to be honest. I mean, because it's heavy, and it looks cool though. It's got the swag points. Levi, you know which one I'm talking about because it's still the same bike that I have. Mm-hmm. And the big thing is I've just a lot of problems with that one. Like low key, like the handlebars like to. And apparently this isn't even just me. Jacob, who also happened to have the exact same bike as me, also had this problem where the handlebars just start flipping and like turning around on their own. Even though you can tighten them down as far as you want, it's just like they come loose. Yeah. And then I had the moment where I was riding, and then all of a sudden it gave way, and it was like I was doing this, and I almost crashed. That was fun. I was on the road too as well, so that wouldn't have been a nice experience.
Yeah, that's
what you call a situation. Folks.
It's not a good moment right there. Yeah, I definitely would say that. Going to DQ, getting the cotton candy blizzard, man, brings back the good old days, Good old days.
Good old days.
I think we have one more summer question. Oh.
Well, I was kind of wondering is like, obviously summer usually are traveling, either what that be the lake place or, maybe going on a vacation. What would you say is the best place you've ever traveled to? I mean, it could be your lake, it could be a vacation spot. For me, I don't get around too much. Family doesn't get around too much. So I would say the best place I've ever traveled is our farm. Like, low-key, can't go wrong going to the farm. So much fun stuff, a lot of motor vehicles to have some fun with. Jump a couple gravel roads or 5 or 6 or 21.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good answer, because I think going back to the farm brings back, it's a vibe. It's a different type of vibe. You got the city, got tons of people around. You're at the farm, you're around all the family, and it's just a different experience. But I'm gonna go with just kind of a different vibe, just because you covered the farm. We're gonna go Florida.
Whoa, Levi just had to be different.
It's my favorite place for sure. It's because it's like Fargo in a way, because my uncles, actually the farmers, they have a house in Leesburg, Florida, which is not as big of a city, obviously.
Yep.
And it's kind of just a different feel compared to, like, when you think of Florida, you're thinking like Orlando, you're thinking of Miami.
Well, let's be honest. Most of Central Florida is a retirement home.
I'm telling you, I want to retire there. That's my goal, because man, that is like a vibe and a half.
I'm saying you gotta pay for some tickets for me to fly out every now and then.
Because even where like in Leesburg, where the house is, you have an hour drive to the beach, which is a long way, but that's to the west and to the east. So you can go each beach.
Well, you can just like
you can kind of flow around. You decide where
you can have motion in the ocean.
Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite place, because I've been to a few places. Cruise ships. I love cruise ships, but on one only. Very sad.
Well, yeah, the big thing on like those trips is, like you have to like adapt to different time zones and stuff like that, which gets hard and difficult. Like That's kind of the thing. Like, what's your opinion on like daylight savings time? Because like having to adapt to like different time zones and like having an hour taken back and going forward sucks. I
Yeah.
think we should be like, what is it? Like Jamaica is one of those places that is technically like kind of very closely related to the U.S. in that way. Obviously, if it being in the Caribbean, but it doesn't do daylight savings time. So when we went, we were on the same time because they're in the same time zone too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents had no adjustment. So they said that was awesome. So they could go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, and there was nothing to adjust to.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of daylight savings time because it kind of seems, quote unquote, useless. What does it really do? I don't understand the point of it.
I think it was explained. I think it was like for the railroad or something like that, right? Or was that time
Those
zones?
time
I can't
zones.
remember.
Time zones for the railroad, so you know when the train is supposed to arrive. Because like people will look at the sun or whatever. They don't have a clock, obviously. So it's like if you're in different places and you say like noon's gonna be, different when you're looking up at the sky and you're in the East Coast compared to the West Coast.
Yep.
So that's your little history lesson of the day.
Well, geez. I mean, and just think we have Levi's Today in History still coming up.
It's
oh my
still coming
God.
up. You guys have to tune in. You have to wait.
He's just going to be schooling you with all these facts. So, I think it's time we kind of get into some school stuff
Okay.
here. So, kind of for the year, favorite and least favorite subject. I know we kind of glossed over this one, but might as well give an overview.
So I would say least favorite. I'm going to start with the bad before I go to the good. Accounting.
Yes.
Accounting because it just gets a little repetitive and boring. I think it in partial is because don't want to be mean to the teacher. Probably is because of the teacher and how it's taught. I think it just gets boring because it's like, oh, we have a lesson and then we're doing the homework. A lesson, homework, lesson, homework. It just gets really repetitive. There's no different way of teaching it. We're looking in the book and then we're on the computer. Looking in the book on the computer. There's no difference. So it just gets repetitive in that sense. Favorite, honestly, I'm going to go with A-Push. AP US History because it was actually fun to learn. I think it was interesting in my opinion.
All right. Least favorite. See, I have only 6 periods occupied. I'm not sure if you're the same. Might be because I have so many credits. I mean, technically, actually, now because they changed the credit requirement, I could graduate right now. I have 22 credits. So,
but he could just go post up and at the graduation.
I could just say YOLO. But I would say least favorite probably gonna have to be like pre-calc. I mean, especially again the teacher. You have the better teacher for pre-calc. And I'm going to be honest,
teacher.
just doesn't teach it well. It makes it hard. It made it where like this class has been a struggle all year. So that's kind of why it's my least favorite. And then for favorite, tech classes with Langley. So digital photo, stuff like that. I mean, it's just fun classes. I mean, most of the time you're not really doing anything because the assignments are quick, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I would say in pre-calc I got really lucky with my teacher. And if I didn't have that teacher, who knows what my grade would be in that class. Thank God it's over.
Well, hey, at least you didn't take Spanish this year because I've heard the horror stories from Jacob. Yeah. But would Spanish be your second language you would choose, or would there be any other one that technically you would like more like? Like, obviously, I'd say my second language I would choose would be German. That's why I took it. But the thing is, after the GOAT German teacher left, I was not about to do another year without having the same German teacher, so that's why I decided to stop doing it.
Yeah, I would say Spanish would be mine because there's so many people that speak Spanish, and it would be cool to go to those Spanish-speaking countries.
No.
Like Spain or Mexico. Just Mexico would be cool because you get all like the food would be so good there.
Levi just wants drugs.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
He's actually going to be a part of the cartel.
That is not exactly where I was getting at. But it was down the line. No.
Oh, yep.
No,
see, it was bound to happen at some point. I just had to plant the seed.
No, so I think Spanish would definitely be mine. Just so many people speak it and you get more money with the jobs. Like if apparently there's certain jobs that pay more if you can speak another language. Just helps in general.
Levi's
speaking
going to be the
people.
customer support agent.
That would be something. Okay, here we go. What there's a couple more school questions. Some of them I'm not a fan of. What habits do you want to continue or change next year for school?
I want to continue my horrible yeah, I know. I want to continue horrible, but I want to continue my procrastination because I just do better when I crunch. So, even though I shouldn't be procrastinating as hard as I do, if the assignment's due tomorrow, I get it done and it works full points. So, we can't diss that, so we're going to continue it. In college, if I'll be able to do that or not, but we'll see.
I think you should. We should try it.
Yeah, we should try it. Me and Levi both will be sitting up in the dorm.
All
just
right,
crunching
guys, we're
right
gonna
beforehand.
we're gonna try procrastinating for a week. We're not gonna get any work done. We're gonna make like a YouTube video.
Hey guys, it's your boy. I do schoolwork. Now that would be a horrible YouTube channel.
All right.
But speaking of horrible YouTube these days is actually kind of bad, not going to lie.
It's gotten worse and worse. Probably
feel like-
because just it's not as when I was, younger in like middle school, even elementary school, I was watching those gaming videos, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
now it's like what do I even want to watch on YouTube? Like the only thing is like football.
It low-key be hard to find YouTube videos these days. Like right now, I'm watching stuff that I'm interested in. I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's nothing close to what I was watching to as a child, but like those Let's Play videos were like peak. I swear. Like there were so many fun ones. Like not that they haven't stopped, but so many big YouTubers have stopped making those videos. Like big ones for me were Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and they've kind of they still have a huge following, but I feel like they've fallen off.
Okay.
Especially because I know Jacksepticeye has talked about retiring here soon.
Whoa, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, I keep up. Every now and then I'll be bored enough to where I check to see what Jack has been posting.
I have watched 51 minutes of YouTube last week in total. It's so down. It's probably because of TikTok. It's like I feel like TikTok's more intriguing. It's more personal. Like YouTube is like the only thing I ever listen to is like football or podcasts. That's about it. And now that I'm like, listen to podcasts when I'm in the cooler, I just have it on Spotify now. So like I don't really click on YouTube much anymore.
I do a decent bit because I have premium,
Yeah.
ad-free YouTube with music. I mean, it's a great price, especially when you get the student discount.
Is that a sponsorship? No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
All right. Now we're getting into our fun questions.
Yep, these are going to be fun questions, so we'll bounce around a bit.
Which one of you is more likely to die to a parasite?
Okay, I did not see that one coming. Wow. Okay.
Great question.
Of course, Levi. Come on now. I'm just built better, built different.
I mean, I'm just injury prone, so I
Yeah,
feel like I'm
yeah.
like parasite prone, potentially.
Yeah, what would happen is Levi would somehow tear a hole in his body from a ligament that snapped too hard and a bone that decided to go out of his leg.
Then get infected.
And then he'd get infected with a parasite, and
You're
then
right.
boom, he's done.
You know what? I'm gonna be a man here. I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say it probably would be me.
Yep.
And yeah.
Levi's gonna be the bigger man.
I'm gonna be the bigger person here. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting question. Feel free to discuss in the comments below.
Yeah.
All right. What did you want to be growing up?
Oh man. I think yeah, my mom keeps telling me this one all the time because she thought it was hilarious. Apparently at one point I said a garbage man.
That'd be
we were
like hanging on the back.
We were shooting high, as a kid we were shooting for very high jobs. Obviously we've evolved a little bit since then, but yeah, that's apparently what I wanted to be when I was a kid. I can't really remember. Low key, remembering the childhood gets harder and harder.
I think I'm slowly developing dementia. It's sad to see.
It's beautiful to see.
All right, so
I'm gonna be able to trick you to give me all your money.
Mine was definitely one was a police officer. That was definitely one. I don't really remember a lot
I
of
believe
them.
I just want to be the heroic
I wanted to be the hero. Guy. I wanted to be a superhero. You know, I wanted to save lives. Maybe a fireman. I can't quite remember though.
Whoa.
It just doesn't quite ring a bell right now.
All right. This one near and dear to me. I have to hear your opinion. Gas or electric cars. You know, I had a moment, you know, back like a couple years ago where I thought electric cars were cool. You know, I've grown up since then, and I have now come to hate electric cars.
Why is that?
Because our infrastructure of our energy grid is not up to the standards to meet all the demand of electricity from all these charging stations, because most of our power system is from like the 50s to 70s. So it's just old, and unlike other places in the world, low key, our infrastructure is the worst. Like when it comes to roads, electricity, stuff like that, sewage, we're just kind of, I mean, heck, what is it, that one town in Michigan that doesn't even have safe, clean drinking water? Like stuff like that, and it just flies over the head of many people and just doesn't seem that big of a deal. And also, I hate Californians. Sorry if you're a Californian. I think y'all are way too liberal.
Chad and Michelle, if you're watching this, I am sorry. I did not say that. That was not me. That was not me. So, yeah, it's gas for me.
Electric, also the sound,
electric
too.
is interesting. Deny
the sound.
Some Tesla cars are kind of cool, but I
all
prefer
features
gas right now.
A gas car could have. I just don't know why all of a sudden we're pushing for all this electric. And the thing is, it's not even that more environmentally friendly. Take a look at lithium mines and you'll see what I'm saying.
We're gonna have some serious TikTok discourse on this one.
I can already sense y'all in the comments section.
Our TikTok is actually linked in the bio on YouTube, by the way. So if you wanna watch that, just a little shout out,
slight plug. You know, make it chill though.
So we're gonna skip this. So best letter. What's the best letter in the alphabet?
A, because I only like to see A's.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I'd say
simple as that.
If we're talking production, not perfection, we're talking about E here, you know?
Well, again, it just has to be different.
E. I would say E is a good one because it's like the most used letter in the alphabet.
Levi's not even going to press F for respects.
S is also very important. Think about all the S's used. You know, if you're trying to get plural with it, S.
Trying to get plural. sounds like something that gets freaky. Hey, old girl, you trying to get plural with it?
That sounds interesting. All right. We have one more thing we have to do. We have to give a fit check. It's a requirement.
Is this a question from outside the world this week?
This is a question from outside the world of the week.
Is this from who I think it is?
This is from who you think it is. Jade. Once again, same person.
Coming in clutch. You know, low-key carrying the podcast right now with these questions.
Fit check right now. We got the On Clouds.
Oh boy,
you probably can't see them, but it's the same shoes I wear every
Levi
day.
Doesn't want to, give a 360 for us. You know, we're a little closed in here.
I have a massive dump truck in the back, and people like to make fun of me. People like to make fun of me, so I'm not going to be standing
again.
Up
That's
today.
Why we need a Levi OnlyFans. Okay. You know, I'm saying it. He can make fat stacks, but he doesn't want to. JK, it's linked in the bio.
I got great Under Armour pants. This is weird. And I got Under Armour and I got Nike Gear.
Ooh.
I kind of just threw the shirt on when I got home from the lake.
All right.
And I got the ping hat because my hair has been all over the place.
I like how he has to have the hair sticking out the front, though. He can't commit to it.
Because it's just, it's a summer feel, you know. I feel like I'm in the summer vibe right now. I feel like I'm just vibing.
So I am wearing some of my favorite sweatpants. They are. I always botch this, and my mom makes fun of me every time. I think it's like Scory branded or something.
I love
like
making
that.
Fun of people.
Oh, yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shoes, best shoes in the game. Most people know this, especially if you're a runner. They're Brooks, and it's not by choice. It's by my massive feet. I wear size. I think they're either 13.5 or 14, but wides on top of that as well.
Ooh.
So these are giant shoes. As
I have heard a lot of
As
good things about
someone
Brooks.
close to me has said, they're skis. I got skis on my feet. They are pretty big. I mean, look at. I mean, oh,
Buddy got skis.
I do got skis. And then two as well. Glasses, very important. Timberland brand right now.
Can you see me?
I can see. Okay,
I know.
common misconception when I take off my glasses doesn't mean I'm blind. But Timberland right now, I'm thinking I'm getting my eye exam coming up here. I always switch. Probably gonna switch over to Ray-Bans again. And then
But he's got bands.
right now, I'm wearing a Destiny 2 Moments of Triumph shirt from Bungie.
Whoa.
It has our
It's like John's game. He actually owns it.
It has our clan thing on the side. Ride or dies. That's a clan me and my dad are owners of. Join now.
Link at the description.
But yeah, no, Destiny 2. It's been a long grind on that game. A lot of hours. I think we're up to around. It's like the only game that I have besides BeamNG like a shocking high number of hours on. I actually don't game that much, to be honest, low-key. Especially now. I used to be a lot more, but I have about, I would say, between Destiny 1 and 2, about like over 2,000 hours.
Is there a Destiny 3 coming up?
Depends. It's been in the talks, but probably not. I feel like they're going to continue with Destiny 2. It was back when Bungie was owned by Activision. Like, it was their publisher. The main reason why Destiny 2 exists. A lot of people said if Bungie was like the sole developer from the beginning, they probably would have just stuck with Destiny and just kept expanding on it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And that wraps up
it's
questions.
Sad to see. True.
You want to know what? I already said the food of the week earlier, all the way back. I gave you guys a sneak peek, but we'll finish her off with the quote of the week. This one is from someone you might know if you English, if you English class. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
It's all about what's in here.
Real G.
All right. Today in history, we got some quick hitters today. Not a ton of crazy stuff going on. May 28th, 2006. We're going to go backwards this time.
Whoa.
Barry Bonds hits 715th home run, passing Babe Ruth on the MLB home run list. But he was juicing. He was on those roids. He was on those roids. So, in my opinion, false. He actually did not pass Babe Ruth.
Levi's actually on steroids right now. He's not natty.
I am not on steroids.
He's capping.
Tren.
Yep.
May 20th, 1937, Volkswagen was founded. Mid at best. Any thoughts?
Volkswagen. Das Auto.
Whoa. What did you just say?
I said how you're supposed to say Volkswagen in German.
Whoa.
And then that's their slogan because it's the car. Das Auto.
Wow. Very boring slogan. All right, May 28th, 1918, U.S. troops score victory at Cantigny? I can't remember.
Okay. Levi, if you can't say it, don't put
That's
it in.
my bad.
Yep.
That's my bad. That's on me. Got to be better next time. First major U.S. victory in World War I. It's actually good timing, though, because, we got Memorial Day. We're filming it on Memorial Day right now.
Yep. Rest in peace to the soldiers who died in the service.
Wow. That was touching. All right. Celebrity birthdays.
Levi Nordstrom. No.
NBA logo, Jerry West. Hall of Famer, dog. Roman Atwood. Speaking of the YouTubers we used to watch in the past, it's his birthday.
Can't say I've ever watched him. I think that's just a you thing.
Okay. Jim Thorpe. All right. This guy. What a dog.
Jim Thorpe.
I actually read a book on him once. He's a
Levi
NFL Hall of
reads?
Famer. No, I don't. So essentially, the fun thing with Jim Thorpe is I actually seen this not that long ago. He once had his shoes stolen at the Olympic Games back in the day. But
Stuff happens.
But he goes to the dumpster, finds two shoes. They don't even match. One's too big for him. One's really small. He has 2 socks in his left foot. You get the point. And, barely fits and he ran with 2 shoes that weren't even his, and he ended up winning 2 gold medals that day. So, he's a certified dog.
Truly riveting.
But yeah, that was the podcast this week.
And that wraps up the cast of Memorial Weekend, kind of a on-look to better times, summer, Won't
we
have
finished
to
the school year. We
got
got
it
it
finished
done.
the school year. We did it. But yeah.
So guys, it's sad. Next week we should have a guest and have the ending. Make sure you buckle up. It's gonna be a good day. But make sure you keep her between the ditches and out of the rhubarb. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Whoa.